So our producers want us to read this. What you are about to enjoy or hate is simply three friends talking football and talking out their asses. Opinions mostly is for entertainment purposes only. You may offer great insights into the NFL and perspectives no one else has. Possible side effects do include feelings getting hurt, being offended, and losing respect for one another. What's up, friends, family, faithful viewers, to another episode of Opinions Mostly. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Nick the Shark Herbst. How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah!
Great. How you doing, Shark?
Hey. We got to cue some music for that. I like some fake cheers. We're trying to up our production value, guys. Just going to say that out right now. I'm doing it from the office, so bear with me. I'm a little bit distracted. Don't tell my boss. Anyways, sitting directly across from me, looking at the one, the only Aaron the Hammer Quilly.
What a be, what a do, what a be, son.
Yeah. Spit some truth.
Yeah, boy. How you boys feeling tonight?
Howdy.
I'm feeling like I'm at work.
That sucks, man.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Love the dedication here, though.
Yeah. Opinions mostly first. Speaking of dedication, let's talk about a man that almost needs no introduction. The one, the only, Joe, Special Teams Spallery.
Fake news, you are not at work. I can see you in the background. It's just you're under your staircase at home.
Yes, this is correct. You're a very wise man, Joseph. No.
I see through the deception. The lies of the Jedi.
Yeah, I don't think this is part of my uniform, that's for sure.
Twisted
It is
Tea?
now.
That is a hat you'd see someone on Broadway wearing.
Sponsor us. No.
Sponsor us.
Word.
All right, guys. Seriously, it's been quite the eventful year of NFL. I mean, the last 10 weeks have been wild. And I want to talk about it. Joe, what is going on with those Rams, huh?
It looked like it was a comeback game for a get-right game for those Miami Dolphins, man. Tua looking good. They're slinging it. They didn't allow a single touchdown be scored by the Rams. All field goals, even though Stafford slung it for 289 football yards down the field. He did have an interception. The Miami defense did show up a little bit in certain critical components. Calais Campbell being very smart, causing interference and ruckus on the offensive line and the line of scrimmage. I don't know. It's just one of those games where the Dolphins came out and they did their homework and they showed it.
It's
293 yards. 293 yards for Stafford.
I apologize. Okay.
Yeah, and it's almost like a couple guys, called it. That's what was going to happen. Does that sound familiar to you, Nick?
You know what? That does sound awfully familiar. I'm trying to think of those two smart geniuses that decided that.
Just so you know, a dead clock is right 2 times a day, all right?
Uh-huh.
That doesn't apply here.
1, 2.
Especially when you're right.
Yeah, we're just better than you. That's all there is to it.
Well, we got the Patriots this week, so hopefully a get-right game for the Rams. We'll see what happens there.
Patriots are maybe getting right.
Wow. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
We can talk about that a little later. For those of you that don't know, I think we mentioned last time, though, the Packers and the Raiders both had very successful bye weeks. Okay,
undefeated on the bye week, baby.
No stress this week.
Whew. God, I love bye weeks. I love bye
relaxing week off.
Yep. You can't beat that, honestly. We'll run through a couple of things just to touch on the Week 10 recap here. Obviously, we were doing our episode Thursday night. That was the Bengals-Ravens. Ravens pulled it off 35-34. The Bengals choked like they always do. So I said, don't bet on them. Yeah, that was a choke. They let Baltimore score 21 points in the fourth quarter. They got outscored. Yeah,
They just let them score?
Yeah. 35-34 is a high-scoring game, brother. And that many points.
Did the Ravens allow Cincinnati to score 34 points?
I'm not going to give. Okay, Joe Burrow had 4 touchdowns, my guy. He had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, my guy.
428 yards, my guy.
My guy.
So they let him score. They let Lamar Jackson score. Okay.
I wonder how many of those people had the over on this game.
Everyone that wanted to get rich. Let me tell you.
No, that were playing on the field that night.
let me tell you here.
Jamar Chase, 264 and 3 touchdowns. I'm telling you, that is the Bengals choking in the fourth quarter. I don't know how else you write that up. Aaron, do you agree with me, or is Joe just
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. You hit every point right on the head right there.
would you
Couldn't
say
agree more with you, my guy.
I hammered it? No.
I'll give you that this time, just this once.
So Joe, seriously, do you have a reason why you disagree with me there?
I mean, I see, the Ravens defense has been struggling this year. The Bengals were able to move the ball up and down the field, especially in that second half. And you're on the road. Uh, Overtime is not guaranteed. I think you go for two there. Jamar Chase was wide open on the left side of the hash on a one-on-one on the post play. There was a couple of holds and past PIs that were definitely flagged over that 2-point conversion, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
of
So
course.
I think you go for it. You're on the road. This is a desperate game. Like I said, overtime isn't guaranteed, especially when we talk about the London game. Um, so I totally agree with going for it. You got to go for it. You got the champs on the ropes here, the alleged champs, especially the NFC, AFC North people. I think you go for it. I think that was the right decision.
So I should probably clarify, just in case not everybody watched the game. The Bengals had a chance to kick the extra point in the fourth quarter, tie the game. Okay, and instead they went for two and they failed and they lost the game. Just so everyone is on the same page. I know we are, but just in case you didn't see it. Anyways, my point was the Bengals still choked the whole entire time because it shouldn't have come down to that to let Lamar Jackson score 21 points in the fourth
Yeah,
quarter. That's what I'm talking about. That
yeah,
should have
Okay.
never happened anyways.
yep.
And
And
okay,
yeah, I mean, you go for two. You're not going to give Lamar Jackson a chance to have that ball first in
Bingo.
overtime.
Just as Baker against Patrick Mahomes
I mean,
previous week.
eh, eh. He's the Iceman. Iceman Joe Burrow could have done it if they would have got the ball. Anyways, all right. The big upset, I think, for everybody. I think we all picked the Giants to win or Giants to win.
Yeah,
They lost 17-20. Uh,
absolutely.
Fresh off the episode, I gave Danny Dimes his flowers. This is like great.
yeah.
That's just gonna blow up in my face this week.
I mean, isn't that what special teams is for? Like taking the fall, being that
Yeah,
fall guy.
getting things
Yeah.
blown up all over your face. Like, yeah.
A normal Saturday night for Joe.
Oh, buddy.
Patriots destroyed the Bears at 19 to 3. I love that. That's great.
That was
Um,
shocking. I mean, the Bears got some serious issues on that note. They fired their
Hmm.
OC this week.
Yep.
yeah. Well, I was gonna ask, Aaron, does that come as a surprise to you?
Absolutely not. The only thing that's surprising is that they still have their head coach.
Yep.
Um, but I
Valid.
mean, it like because I was thinking about that. Like I was. It's like, okay, you got rid of your offensive coordinator, keeping your head coach. Reminded me of a very familiar team that just did the same thing. So I was like, okay, you know what? I actually understand that. Um, because what this guy, I forget his name, the coach for the Bears.
No one,
But
no one
he
cares.
he's only been the coach for 2 years, right? Two,
Shane
three
Waldron.
years. Yeah.
He was in
Um,
Seattle for about 3 years.
yeah, but he's been the coach for the Bears for how long?
Oh, Eberflus. Matt Eberflus's been the
Matt,
coach,
yeah.
the head coach. Matt Eberflus's been the head coach for, I think, 3 years. Let me check that out
Okay.
here.
I mean, with a rookie quarterback, he took early on, first overall. You're gonna want to build with him. Obviously, their offense wasn't working, so not surprised that they got rid of him.
Joseph?
Keenan Allen stated that Shane Waldron was too nice in the locker room and to his players. So that's coming from a veteran player, all as we all would agree, an all-pro wide receiver. Also, I think I saw this random weird stat. I should use it for facts entirely. The Bears haven't scored a touchdown on like 12 straight drives so far in
Yeah,
this in
well,
this
Yeah.
drought.
Actually, I think it's like 22,
Something
like
like
or
that.
like 25 or something like that.
even better.
But
Yeah,
wow.
it's
Yeah.
it's it's a big number in the
Bears are the
20s.
Bears, right, Nick?
Yep.
Bears still suck. That's all.
Yeah.
Anyways, from Bears to Bills, the Bills destroyed the Colts, not destroyed, but beat the Colts 30-20. A lot closer game than everyone gave them credit for, but they still covered the line. So, any comments? I mean, I'm fine with passing that one.
Just real quick, it is absolutely insane that the Colts are starting Anthony Richardson again. Like
Ah,
that is absolutely insane that they're going to start him again after that.
You don't like it? You're not in
I
love with the idea?
Dude gave
I
up on his team.
I think that they gave up on their season. So
Yeah, but still, he was injured last year, right? For his rookie year. So this is
yeah.
his year to prove himself. To
Hmm.
tap out a game because you're tired. Like, I don't think he should start another
I mean, that was a
game
long run, man.
this
That was
year.
like 40 yards he's running around in the backfield. I mean,
He's the face of the franchise.
Yeah,
To me,
I'm
that's
just
given up.
I think to me what's Shane Steichen, whatever his name is.
Shane Steichen.
Yeah, Steichen, thank you. I think he knows that everybody wants to see Anthony Richardson play just because of he got hurt last year and all that stuff, and he's got something to prove. And I think that he's inspired by him, or he's trying to inspire him to do good.
Hmm.
And I think he knows that he's going to bite him in the ass in the sense that he's going to tank the season. If you look at the tank list, Hey, we go to the tank list. So that's my play on that.
I was surprised. This game had 6 turnovers in it. It had 2 from the Bills, both of them Josh Allen interceptions, and 4 of
Yep.
them for the Colts. 3 of them picks by the Flockidator, unfortunately. And one of them was a special team fumble. But I was a little crazy to see how many turnovers. I was like, this game is up for grabs and how many turnovers is happening when I was
How
watching on
many?
Red Zone.
I mean, this might be in hammering the stats. I don't know, but how many interceptions has Josh Allen thrown? He's only thrown like what, 4 now?
Very
3 or
minimal this
4?
season.
Let's take a look.
I think it's only like 3 or 4.
Josh
Hmm.
Allen, how many interceptions he's thrown? 4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's 2 of them
And
right
he's
there in one
he's
So yeah,
game.
I was gonna
he's
say.
thrown 17 touchdowns, 2,281 yards.
See, but the Colts have one of the worst defenses in the league too. So I could count it being that close, which is 10 points seems like a lot, but not for the Bills against the Colts. I could credit that to Josh Allen having an off day. So, anyways, all right, Broncos at the Chiefs, dude. This was the game we all were hoping the Broncos would dethrone those
Yeah.
damn Chiefs, and
But
they
the
got so
Chiefs
close.
Chiefs are gonna chief.
They're gonna cheat. Yeah, cheat.
Yeah,
Yes, correct.
cheat. Yep, that is absolutely correct. It is game
Uh,
time, boys.
it's game
By the
time.
way.
Let's go.
All right, let's end the meeting. No.
All right. Well, let's be real.
Oh yeah.
Commanders, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I'll cover that miss. I'll cover that block field goal in special teams corner. But Broncos offense looked pretty decent though. Watching it, Bo Nix 22 of 30, 215 yards, 2 tutties. Like Bo
Mhm.
Nix is developing and growing up before our eyes right now.
Yeah, that's true. He looks like Jordan Love, man.
A little better, maybe a little better.
Oh my God, shut up, dude.
A little better, man.
Anyways, that was nothing but disappointing for everybody. Falcons at Saints, and then obviously Saints, not obviously, unobviously, out of nowhere, out of the blue, the Saints won that game, destroying. Kirko had the worst game of his life: 306 yards, 1 interception.
No touches.
I was just disappointed. I put Kirk in like one of my fantasy leagues, and I also picked him to throw like 3 touchdowns. I thought he was just gonna pop off, and I don't know. I don't know. Joe, do you have any insight?
I have 2 things. Number one, current Packer and Chief throwaway Marquez Valdez-Scantling decided to just show up and say, "Hey, I could be a wide receiver on this team. I could catch
That's
your
super
balls,
true.
Derek Carr. I can score some points for you, the Saints." And look at that, Valdez-Scantling, 109 yards off
2
of 3
touchdowns.
fucking catches, man. 2
2
tutties.
touchdowns.
Falcons
2.
lost by 3. Young Wei Koo probably had the worst game of his life, my guys. 1 of 4 on field goals that day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that in
Yep.
special teams corner too? Because damn.
If we don't have special teams losers because everyone's a winner. Yeah, everyone's a winner.
Yeah, except for Celine, who like lost like 8 points because of that kicker.
If we lost, if we had a special teams losers, he would be a loser of the week, unfortunately. But expect him to bounce back as a veteran. They interviewed the head coach, the temporary coach on McAfee, and he said that before the game, I guess he was taking a shit and clogged it, and he couldn't find a way to unclog it in the team bathroom. He's like, "I'm not gonna tell anyone unless we win this game."
What?
Yeah, it's kind of a wild story.
Is that for real?
Yeah, they
What?
had him on McAfee this week, and he told them, "It's like, yeah, I clogged one of the shitters, and couldn't figure out how to get it to flush. So I just didn't tell anyone until after the game. And I was like, I'm not telling anyone unless we win. It'd be like
He's trying to be
pre-game
like
ritual.
he's trying to be like Dan Campbell, or like he's just like so honest and like passionate, and just like inspiring. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's a new pre-game ritual for him. I don't know. We'll see.
Telling us a shit story is not inspiring your troops. Okay.
Oh
It's just
boy.
destined.
Yeah. Right. Anyways, 49ers beat the Bucks 23-20 in another close game. I don't remember who. Do you guys remember who we picked in that one?
Niners.
Both of you picked the Niners. I picked the Bucks, the lone wolf on that one.
Yeah. Well, Joe, look how that happened. Look what happened.
Baker's tough. He's a tough son of a bitch.
My biggest takeaway from all that thing was CMC had a lot of receiving yards, but not as many rushing yards. And I don't know. His first game back, I gotta expect he's playing a slow game, but he still put up some good numbers.
Yes, he did.
Juwan Jennings
still worth starting.
Yeah, still worth starting. Still worth starting. That's SWS. That's got to be. We got to patent that. Still worth starting.
Baker,
I like it. I like
Baker's a tough SOB though. That guy has got some grit.
I mean, we all love Baker.
Yeah, we all know. Yeah, he's a tough player.
Yeah.
Tough
if you don't like Baker, you get the fuck out. All right. This was the craziest. I don't know. This game had implications, right? Steelers beating the Commanders 28-27 in the fourth quarter was wild to me. Our buddy Elliot, who was on the podcast, was over at my house watching this game, and he was like speechless. He's just like, "What the hell are we doing?" So, I guess my question, Aaron, for you, I'm going to hit you first. Is this say more about the Steelers or the Commanders?
It says more about the Steelers. I believe it says that they are a winning team. They are going to find ways to win. You know, by a little or a lot, they will win. They might be dangerous. God, I can't.
What'd you say?
In the playoffs, if they keep playing like this, they might make it deep. We'll see.
Dangerous.
Yeah. I set myself up. I had to.
Well said. Joseph?
I think yeah, I agree there, and I think this says more about the Steelers because there was so many questions about the quarterback room coming in with Russ, and is he washed, is he done, is he toast? And then Justin Fields comes in. They start the season off 4-2 with Fields, which I think any one of us would take as our team with a questionable rookie scale quarterback that's still on a rookie contract. And then Russ comes in and he fires away. He helps to win, 14 of 28, 195 yards, 3 tutties, 1 pick. I think that pick was bobbled if I remember correctly. And then also you got to give credit to Russ. Like when they drew that defensive lineman offsides to get that automatic first down to milk the clock out, that was a rookie defensive player. And maybe Russ had the cadence right just to get him to flinch and come into the neutral zone. So credit to the veteran, knowing where the places are to make those type of plays. But I think
that was just stupid though on the
oh yeah, 100%.
Washington's part. I don't know.
Like I said, he's a rookie. There is that. But I agree with everything that Aaron said. He laminated everything I was going to say. I think they could really danger us in the playoffs, potentially challenging for that AFC North with Baltimore. I want to see how Pittsburgh and Baltimore play, man. Those are two teams that don't exchange Christmas cards over the holidays. So I want to quote Bill Belichick on that one.
They send Krampus to each other's training facilities.
I don't know. They egg it. They egg it. But I like to see what's going on with the Steelers. Commanders are playing with house money. No one expected this to happen. So whatever they do for the rest of the season is just, it's a W for them. No pun intended with their logo.
I like your guys' insights into like saying more about the Steelers. But I just want to point out one thing about Jaden Daniels. This was his worst passing completion percentage all year. He only hit 50%, 17 for 34. He didn't throw an interception, surprisingly. And also, this was his lowest carries out of the whole entire year. And he only rushed 3 times. That's the lowest. Like I said, he tied for the lowest. I guess he's rushed 3 times one other time. But anyways, he only got 5 yards on that. So there wasn't like a lot of dynamic to his game going on. So
I think Pittsburgh's defense just swallowed him up. They knew how to shut him down and contain him.
He did get sacked 3 times, but he's been sacked 2 times, 3 times, 3 times, 2 times, 5 times, 2 times. So
I don't want to discredit Jada Daniels and the Washington Commanders, though, because they still are a high-powered offense. Obviously, they have some leaks on defense, but that is still a great offense.
Yeah.
They basically put
Okay.
up 4 touchdowns, so yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
Fair enough. All right. Vikings beating the Jaguars barely, 12-7. Such an exciting game. Good God. Wasting my life. What was it? 4? Is this another special teams
Yeah.
corner segment?
No, this one isn't. This one talks
Okay.
about more about how Sam Darnold was getting the ball in the end zone, and there's 3 end zone picks there. That
You mean
Scott
how
was
he's the old OG Sam Darnold that we all missed?
Mhm.
241 yards with 3 interceptions. Insane. No
Killing
tutties.
it. Killing it. Aaron, anything to add?
Um, just off your point, wasting your time watching that game. So I'm not going to waste anybody's time by commentating on what happened during that game.
And I
Rolling
love that.
along. I
I
love it.
love that. And I just want to say, screw the Vikings. Okay.
Yeah.
Titans. They lost 17-27 at the Chargers. I don't know. Will Levis did decent for being on the Titans. Any comments, questions, concerns?
Yeah, the Titans suck. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I think we all knew that was going to happen.
All right. Joseph.
Saw some flashes from Levis, that nice tutty to Calvin Ridley in the first quarter, but Chargers defense stopping them. I was kind of concerned. I was like, oh shit, Titans gonna make it a game here? No, but no, Titans
Even
suck.
a broken clock is right twice a day. Stupid.
Oh.
Eagles destroyed the Cowboys 34-6.
Woo!
Jalen Hurts popping off with 2 thrown touchdowns, 202 yards. What he rushed for 2 too, I think, something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
He was a one man. He came in like a wrecking ball. How about I say that? He came in like a wrecking ball. Questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, I guess I'm wrong. Like Dallas is in shambles. Like, they they are absolutely in shambles. And for Jerry Jones, like that CD Lamb pass, like you can't put that on him in the end zone. Like you clearly see the sunbeam right in his face. You can't
Yeah.
expect a guy to see a fucking ball flying at his face,
Oh, yeah.
or where it is. And then Jerry Jones to basically be like, I'm not closing the blinds. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting to a point where he's just that stubborn guy that, like, you tell him that something's wrong, he's gonna be like, no, nothing's wrong. Everything's right. Like, I think that's where he's at in his life now.
The fucking drama in that team, it
Yeah.
needs to be on a TV show. They need to do like Hard
Yeah.
Knocks 2.0. Like
Yeah.
that would make hot TV. I'm
Oh
telling you right
yeah.
now.
Oh
Reality
yeah.
TV.
Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys are in shambles.
Yeah. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah.
0-4 at home, baby. Joseph,
So-
anything you want? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, couple of things, fellas. If you're Jerry Jones, it's shut up about the sun. Shut up about the sun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this picture real quick. If you can just give me.
You mean no day, man? Day, man.
Oh, here we go. This is what I'm looking
Get
for.
him out of here.
So during the Dallas press, so first off, I want to say about the drama. I think the Mika Parsons comments were taken out of context. He wasn't. I don't believe he was sliding Mike McCarthy at all. He has all the respect and upside in the world for him, I believe. And also, the one thing he was talking about and referencing was he's like, if you're a coach, Mike McCarthy can go on and coach in numerous places for much, much longer than the playing time of some of these players like Zach Martin and the others that have been on this team for a while that Micah wants to win a championship for. So that's the way I viewed it. I think
Joe,
those comments
real
are taken
quick.
a little out of context.
Real quick, I just got a question for you. Is the Earth flat?
I don't believe it is, my guy.
Okay, well that's interesting because what you said does not line up with you believing that the Earth is not flat. So, just saying.
And back to whatever. Back to what we were talking about with the blinds and I only just tear this whole thing down. Mike McCarthy had his news conference today.
Oh gosh.
Guys, do you see this right here? This is a shade thing for the Sun in their press conference room. This little thing. Yeah.
That is great.
Let's see if we can get a still frame
That is
here.
great.
Yeah, let's see if we can get another picture here. Yeah, all right, look at that. They have their
Holy
own
shit.
blinders for these press conferences. Yeah, we can't bring it down for the games.
What a huge design flaw, too.
Yeah, that's horrible.
And Jerry said he wanted to emulate it like being outside. Like, come on, man. I mean, they have the shaders already pre-installed for concerts
Yeah.
and basketball games, like college basketball games, when the Mavericks play there. Yeah, it's just an old band that doesn't want to admit when he's wrong.
The future is bright, but not in a good way. Like, this is honestly horrible. All right. Anyways, I'll be here all night. Jets lost to the Cardinals. Joe's man, Aaron, 6-31, brother. What do you got to say? You're so much on him. You're like literally stroking him off. What is this? What are we watching?
Look,
another old man that doesn't know shit about.
Yep.
Look, I think the Cardinals are better than we're giving them credit for. Kyler Murray,
Oh
22
my
of
God.
24.
No, we're not.
266
no, you're not
points.
getting away with no.
I know.
No.
You hear me? We're going to start with the Cardinals, then we're going to go to the Jets, my guy. Cardinals look good. People are already talking about Kyler Murray being in the MVP conversation. I think that's ridiculous.
That's the first time we've heard that since like he started playing football.
100%. The Jets, that Cardinals defense is good, man. I'm sorry, but Jets in shambles. Missed opportunities, missed plays. They got to pay more attention to detail. They spent a whole day yesterday in pads practicing tackling fundamentals in Jets practice yesterday.
Oh my God.
So, let's see what happens. But yeah, the Jets, you just got to keep fighting at this point.
Dude, Kyler Murray has 12 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions this year.
Yeah.
That's shocking. And I feel stupid because I picked the damn Jets with you. You son of a bitch. You tricked me. I was duped.
I'm sorry, man.
Aaron, anything you want to say about fantastic Jets?
Fuck Aaron Rodgers and fuck Devontae Adams. I think it's hilarious.
God, the bias in his voice.
The bias? How about the facts? 6 for 31. He fucking sucks.
Hey, man, brother.
That's all I got to say.
Oh, my word.
That is really bad. 6 passes? Holy shit.
Completed out of 31 attempts.
Golly, man.
What is that? Like a 4% completion?
A little more than that, but yeah, I get your point.
We'll have to hammer those stats out.
All right, Lions. Your guys' fearless Lions, 26-23, beating the Texans. Okay, this game, like I said, I picked the Texans on this one.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give me credit that it was at least a good game. And this is another game where the Texans, they choked in the fourth quarter, just like those other losers. So the fourth quarter, your stamina, hold up, play out, finish the game strong. They just let their foot off the gas.
Yeah, you know who didn't and finished strong and didn't lose any stamina? Were the Detroit Lions, my guy. Best team in football. Jared Goff can throw 5 interceptions and still win a game.
Why are you lying?
Because of the team. Because they're the best team in the NFL.
Oh my God, you sound like him and Aaron Rodgers now. Like get out.
Yeah, but I actually have reasons to be this way, not delusion.
It sounds delusional to me. Joe,
I think I think Aaron and I can agree. The Lions have to be the best team in the NFL at every single part of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. There's not one that's necessarily better than the other.
You all are so brainwashed.
It is a big melting pot of just everyone working together.
Look at their record.
Yeah, and I got another record for you, my guy. Facts entirely. This is now Jared Goff's 7th career game with at least 4 picks in the game. You want to know what his record is? 6-0. 0. 6-0.
That's stupid.
I'm almost convinced that Goff's teammates went out there and said,
"Hey,
throw 5 interceptions because we're gonna win." All right.
I just got it. The script, dude. The script. Joe, where is it?
Oh my God, this is where I lose it.
I know it. It's in there. It was written. Okay, I get it. That's why.
It was prophesized.
It has been written.
It was prophesized in chapter 7.
Except they misspelled
Joseph
Lions.
Smith.
They misspelled Lions Chieffs. That's weird.
Yeah, unbelievable game though, and we'll be covering the special teams a portion of that game a little later on tonight.
I still have faith. We'll see what happens with Green Bay and Chicago this weekend, but the Green Bay is still going to be able to take this division. That's all.
Quick shout out
Okay.
from Obi.
I can't fault you for having faith.
What's up, Obes?
Yeah, he wants attention right now, and of course,
Hi,
this is
little
the
baby.
perfect time for him.
How
Because if I don't hold him, he's just gonna fucking meow really loud.
That sounds like Joe.
Yeah.
When he's at my house.
Shout out.
Hold me.
Yep.
Actually, throw up that picture and show the audience me holding you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Insert here.
I almost put the picture I sent to you guys of Sean and I drinking, pounding those beers,
Yeah.
but I don't think Sean would want that up there.
Let's show that picture too right now. Actually, insert both those pictures, Joe. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. All right. Anyways, guys, Joe will do that in post production. Let's talk about the final game. Oh, actually, we already did because it was the Rams getting their ass beat Monday night. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go
get their ass beat. It's 23-15, my guy.
That's 8 points, baby. That's a touchdown, and that's 2-score game. This fucking hat. All right, that's a recap of Week 10. Joe, do you have any big takeaways? Anything you want to talk about in regards that we didn't already cover?
A lot of exciting finishes. We talk about the Lions and the Texans game, the Niners and the Buccaneers game, the Chiefs and the Broncos game. Crazy finishes. I think one thing we can say unilaterally, at least Aaron and I can say, is the Vikings, or I mean not the Vikings, the Lions and the Chiefs are finding ways to win these games one way or another. Like, blocked field goal, 5 interceptions in the game, extra point in the end of the game against the Vikings. The Chiefs just chiefing, couple beneficial calls, but it looks like these two they just look like they know what the hell they're doing out there. It is like, we're gonna show up, we're gonna determine what needs to be done and how we're gonna win.
So that kind of actually, I don't want to say it leads us into our next segment because we're going to say that for a little bit later. But are you saying Chiefs Lions Super Bowl?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you just preached.
Well,
I can
listen,
see
you know how we just were on a bye week. The Raiders are on a bye week, and I was talking about it not being stressful. You know what also adds to not stressful bye week is talking about the fucking Chiefs. Okay, for me, so I'll go Lions Steelers. Okay.
Oh, damn! Where's the alarm, baby?
It should be the Lions Jets, but
we're
at where we're at.
Let it go.
The only way that the Jets, no. Never mind.
No,
I'm gonna move.
Just saying, the Giants have won the Super Bowl twice, being a wild card team. Just throwing it out there.
I'm gonna move on. All right, Joe, you already said one of your facts entirely. I just want to hear one more fact entirely. What else do you have for our beautiful viewers out there?
Facts entirely brought to you by nobody. Twisted Tea sponsor us.
Yeah, Twisted Tea sponsor us. I hear.
Yep.
Guys, crazy stat here. If you don't mind if I share my screen, would you? Oh, of course.
Go for it.
Guys, take a look at this, fam.
What?
Florida football this weekend, fellas. Florida went 0 for 11 on Saturday and Sunday, both college and professional. Look at it, the Bucks and the Jags lose. FCS team, FAMU, these lower college teams lost. University of Central Florida, University of South Florida, Florida State University, Miami, Florida. Everyone lost, man. It was insane. They almost went for the history of 0-12 if Miami were to lose on Monday night. Just a interesting little tidbit there.
I wonder what the odds were. To pick all Florida teams to lose. You have.
Wow. That'd be insane.
Right. That'd be awesome. That'd be something good to know, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways, great job, Facts Entirely. Are we going to try to bring that back? If the people like that, if you like that, leave a comment. Tell us you love Facts Entirely. We might run off your guys' decisions here. I mean, we've already been getting all kinds of emails left and right about different questions, and some of them we just can't repeat.
Sorry, we're slammed.
Yeah, it's just too much. I'm just getting exhausted.
You know what? I'm retiring from podcasting.
It's too much work.
You know what? I'm tapping out.
Oh, okay.
I'm tired.
Clever.
You can't yet because we have a big announcement, So it's almost too soon, Aaron,
Okay.
We're pregnant. We're all 3 of us.
Hey-o.
We're gonna name him Opinion. Middle name. Oh, Brian Robinson Jr. Rest to the left for 1 yard touchdown.
Ooh.
If you guys got it, real-time scores updates here, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
For tomorrow when the game's already over.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, oh wow, we already knew that. But,
Yeah.
all right. Let's move on to an actual established segment, one that you guys love, one you guys won't stop talking about in the comments, on the threads, on Twitter, or X, whatever. The one, the only, hammering the stats, baby.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Go.
Thank you. Wow. Wow. Glad to be here. Glad to hear, boys. How we all feeling? How's everybody feeling? You know,
I'm darn tooting good, let me tell you.
you're darn tooting good. How's your fantasy year going, boys?
Terrible. One of my leagues, I'm 1-8.
I am like making the playoffs right now in all 4 of my leagues. So
Nice. As for me, in one league, I am dead last. Another league, I am right in the middle, but that's only a 4-team in the playoff, so I'm probably not going to do that. And then our league, I think I am still in second.
I think you're up there for sure.
I lost last week, but so to start hammering the stats before we get into some nitty-gritties, I just want to play a game. Okay. I'm gonna name several NFL players, and you two are gonna guess if they got higher or lower than 10 fantasy points.
This week?
Yes, this last week. Yeah,
Okay.
this past week.
Okay.
All
this
right.
sounds fun. This actually sounds like really fun.
Everybody ready?
Do we like race to like say higher or lower?
I don't know. Just go, I guess. I'm just kind of going with it here, boys.
I'm your host. No idea.
First player, CeeDee Lamb. Higher or lower than 10 points?
Lower.
Okay. All right. Both correct. 8.4 points this last weekend.
That was Cooper Rush's fault because you love him.
No, yeah, well, I know. I'm stuck with him. I fucking hate it. Whoa. Player number 2. Higher or lower than 10 points? Justin Jefferson.
Lower.
He had lower.
9.8 points.
Yeah. Damn.
Here's one for you.
Sam Darnold, 4 interceptions. No.
Higher than lower 10 points. Saquon Barkley from the Philadelphia Eagles.
He had 66 rushing yards. That's 6.6 points. Did he have any catches? No, I'm going to say lower.
Yeah, lower.
8.8 points.
Yeah. Go fancy, right?
Golly.
Right. Okay, here we go. Next player, boys. Higher than lower 10 points. DJ Moore.
I'm going to say higher.
Okay.
I'm going lower on that one, too.
5.7.
Oh, shit. No.
Nick, the Bears' offense was struggling, my guy.
I know, but he still would have caught passes.
Next player. Houston Texans' own Tank Dell.
Higher.
I know this for sure. Lower.
He had a tank week with 8.3 points, boys.
Did you have him on your team?
Yeah, I did. I did, yeah.
Here's another one. We're going to go quarterback route this round, boys.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels.
Lower.
You get the trend, Nick.
I know.
0.58 points.
I'm not falling for this anymore, okay?
We're gonna skip a couple of these.
He's gonna pick a higher now. No.
Let's go with Travis Etienne. Nick seems to have a little crush on him.
Yeah, and he shat the bed. Okay, so fuck that guy.
5.3 points.
I love that guy, but I don't know why. But he's not good. He's not doing it.
So the reason why I'm bringing this up, all of them were under 10 points. It was a bad week for fantasy.
Yeah.
It just, unless you had some, like you had Hurts or, just whoever else balled out, which
Jamar
was
Chase.
very slim. Yeah, Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
oh
Chase.
my God. Oh my God.
55 points, 65.
Unless you really had like a couple of those guys, like everybody else. I don't know about for you guys, but for me, all my teams shit out this week. Bad.
I
Oh,
real bad.
I went against Jamar Chase, so that was the automatic L before the weekend
Yeah.
even started. Just
I went I destroyed in Scott's league, destroyed in my free league with Ryman Folk. I destroyed in my family Wisconsin league. And because I had Jamar Chase in two of those leagues. So he was like
Mm,
literally 50 to 60 points of that. And then I lost in our league.
mm.
I played my wife this weekend
Yep.
too. So
So, yeah, that was just my little game, just to make a point of how shitty
that was great.
fantasy was. And
That was
just
great.
FYI, Nikki lost because you picked a higher. Okay, moving on to stats.
I thought you were gonna make it like actually like fun, you son of a bitch, but
it was great. What
Uh,
are you talking about?
yeah, that was fun.
every answer is lower, lower.
Lower. Let's move into some stats for the season, shall
Let's
we?
go. Hammer those stats, baby.
We're in week 11 now. Let's take a look at some leaders. We're going to start here with receiving. Okay, we've got sitting at number 5, Zay Flowers, 688 yards and 3 touchdowns. Um, decent amount,
Yards are there.
decent number right there. Number 4, who I just made a trade for, speaking of fantasy. I gave away Aaron Jones for Garrett Wilson. 704 yards and 5 touchdowns. Jets are in shambles. Garrett Wilson is still a fantasy addition
Man,
if
that's
you
a
can make for your
risky
team.
ass move,
just
but
just add
Uh,
that tidbit. All right.
excuse me?
Just add that you know, it's just taking an unnecessary shot there. Add that tidbit. You know, the Jets.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a Rams fan. Did you suddenly become a Jets fan?
yes. No.
Shut the fuck up. All right, number 3, we have Scary Terry McLaurin,
Oh yeah.
sitting at 711 yards
Scary
and
Terry.
6 touchdowns. Number 2, didn't have a good game last week. Justin Jefferson,
Mm.
sitting with 831 yards and 5 touchdowns. And then sitting at number 1, who had the best fantasy week, we just mentioned him, probably of this year, best fantasy week of this year, would be Jamar Chase, 981 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Hey, the
Hell yeah.
man.
That's great.
Yeah, he is the only wide receiver in the league with double-digit touchdowns now.
Oh wow. Okay.
Number one overall, baby. No.
Yep. If you're looking, make a high trade last week, trade deadline in a lot of leagues this week. So try to get some of those players, you need a receiver. Okay, moving on to rushing yards, boys. We're gonna go starting at number 5 with Bijan Robinson
Mm-hmm.
with 748 rushing yards in 6 touchdowns. Number 4, we got Josh Jacobs.
Joshy.
I'll never forgive you. You broke my heart.
Let's go.
762 yards and 3 touchdowns. Number 3, the only gold spot in South Carolina. We have Chuba Hubbard
Chuba,
with
baby.
800.
Cuba?
Yeah.
I love how you always say Chubba. Let it ride.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I just, sometimes I get just, go with things.
Chubba.
818 yards and 6 touchdowns. Number 2, Saquon Barkley with 991 yards and 6 touchdowns. Sitting at number 1. He's going to be there all year. Let's, hopefully for him, he deserves this. Derrick Henry, 1,120 yards, 12 touchdowns. Didn't
Whoa.
have a huge game last week, but
That's wild.
he's got a lot of cushion in between him,
Wild.
between Saquon. So moving on to top leaders for passing yards. Sitting at number 5 is Baker Mayfield, 2,505 yards, 24 touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
Wow.
Damn.
So
Damn.
he's he looked good. He did look good against San Francisco without, obviously
His
Godwin.
boy.
So hope maybe there's some hope there, but I kind of see them sizzling out. I do have Baker Mayfield in a fantasy league. In the last couple weeks, I wish I didn't start him. So just keeping that
Yeah.
out there for you guys.
I'm sure Cleveland's
Number
happy they let
3,
him walk.
yeah. Kirk Cousins with 2,634 yards, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Number 2 is Lamar Jackson, 2,669 yards, 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Sitting up top is Nick's favorite quarterback, Joe Burrow, with 2,672 yards, 24 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
I thought you could say Derek Carr for a second.
No, I mean,
That's my boy.
yeah.
DC baby.
Oh man, here we go.
Oh boy. Uh,
He balled out last Sunday.
I wouldn't say he
Ball
balled
around.
out, but he definitely put up enough to help them win.
He was better.
Trash ass. Trash.
Um, so I am gonna do two defensive categories. Just
Okay.
keep this short. First off, we're gonna start with sack leaders. Sitting at number 5, Aiden Hutchins from the Detroit Lions. Hutchinson, sorry, from the Detroit Lions, 7.5 sacks.
Still?
We, yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Pop.
Okay.
Sitting at number 4 is Will McDonald the fourth from the New York Jets with 8 sacks.
Old McD.
Well, Mickey D. Number 3 is Dante Fuller Jr., Washington, 8.5 sacks. Number 2, Dexter Lawrence the second with the New York Giants with 9 sacks. And then sitting at number 1, this is kind of surprising to me, is Trey Hendrickson from Cincinnati with 11 sacks.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Why do the
Hmm.
Bengals suck still?
Yeah, I mean
They just
they
can't win.
always
Like
yeah,
they
they
got the
just
team, but
they can't finish. They just can't finish.
that's my
Been
problem
there.
too.
Less whiskey. All right, moving on. This is the last one. Um, last category of hammering this week's hammering the stats is going to be interception leaders. I know Nick's been asking for it. He's been asking for it last 3 weeks. He's dancing for it. We love to see
Damn
it here, folks.
bias.
Sitting at number 5, we got a three-way tie for third. So we're gonna start with Jalen McCall. I don't know how to say his name. LA Ram, 4 interceptions.
Hmm.
Next up, sitting at number 4 is Byron Murphy Jr. from Minnesota with 4 interceptions. Then
Hmm.
we have Marlon Humphrey in Baltimore with 4 interceptions, and then tie for first now. Didn't know if you know this or not, Nick, but sitting under Xavier McKinney is Kirby Joseph
Yeah.
from Detroit, with both sitting with 6 interceptions now.
Okay. So I McKinney has stopped after like his first six, right? Obviously. I mean, I think he skipped one game and then got a sixth. Anyways, this weekend he gets two.
He gets 2 this weekend.
I'm calling it this weekend, baby. He gets two. Two in one game. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. I like it. I like it. Bold predictions here on
Clock
McKinney.
is clock is right 2 times a day.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Oh
put
my
money
God.
on it. That's two. That's all I need is two interceptions, baby.
You guys are fucking killing me.
Great job, Aaron. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hammering the stats is
Thank
a
you.
really good
This
segment.
is yeah, and that concludes hammering the stats. I need to find a way to end this. I need to come up with a catchphrase or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's get hammered.
actually, remind me after. I have an idea for that kind of thing. But
Right,
yes, that
right.
is hammering the stats. No, it's something else.
Yeah. Woo! I feel so hammered. All right. Great job. We're gonna keep this bad boy rolling. I might have to bail out. If I do, I'm gonna pass it over to you guys, let you guys close it up, but I'll do my shark jump or something. Actually,
Okay.
no, I'll do it. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this far. If you're still watching, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that button down there. Okay. We're trying to start building this brand here, and we want your guys' help. You know, we might even have some free giveaways pretty soon. We got a big announcement coming towards the end of the show. It's going to be huge. Okay, it's going to be huge.
Huge. And I
Huge.
just want to point out an actual giveaways related directly to this show. So keep that in mind.
Yes, that's true. This is true. A week-long vacation at Joe's basement. It's going to be
Heyo.
Yes.
fucking
Yes.
awesome. Anyways, let's talk about our NFL playoff update right now. If the season were to end, I want to know. I'm gonna tell you guys who's in it if it were to end today, and then I want to know who you guys think's real, who you guys think's fake, who's gonna make it, who's not. Okay. going down the list, obviously you have the Chiefs. Okay. I mean, is anyone surprised? This is the AFC, by the way. You got the Chiefs, you got
Here,
the Bills, you
I'll
got
get
the
this going.
Steelers, Texans, Ravens, Chargers, and believe it or not, the Broncos. Okay. Oh, you're gonna pull something up? Perfect. That's
nice.
even better. Okay. So in the AFC, let's talk that real quick. Gosh darn it, Joe. What the hell are you doing? Aaron, who's definitely gonna be there? You can give me as many teams or as little teams as you think for sure 100% right now. And then two teams that aren't, or the teams that aren't.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. Is that the full page? There we go.
Unfortunately not. So this is the God damn, stop it. These are the division winners
If
of
the
the wild
season
card,
ended today.
and we got the on the bubble down here. So you may
Okay,
need to pull
just
up your own page, maybe.
no, just scroll up.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
just
Let's
no,
just
we're
do that.
talking
Just
about
do
in
that
the hunt.
7. Yeah.
We're talking about right now if it ended today.
Oh,
Yes.
I see.
So this is what it would look like. So stop it, Joe. Stop it. I see Chiefs, Bills, Steelers, Ravens for sure.
Interesting. So you don't have faith in these Texans.
No, they're starting to come apart a little bit. The Stephon Diggs obviously is hurting their offense. They're not playing as crisp as football as they were earlier in the season. Um, Chargers, still a lot of questions, even though they're 6-3. Broncos look like they're on the up and up. They're sitting 5-5. If I had to pick one or two of those teams to make it, it would be the Chargers over the Broncos right now. But for
Okay.
sure, it would be Chiefs, Bills, Steelers, and Ravens.
Like, okay, Joe, you agree?
100%. I agree with what Aaron's saying about the Texans. I full-heartedly agree with you on that. Chargers is interesting for sure. Broncos, I personally, my gut tells me no, but my heart tells me yes. So we'll see about that in the
You
AFC.
can have one team, Joe. One team that has your heart, not fucking 3.
Well, it's a little
Oh
hard when
God,
you live in the city and that has the Broncos, though.
dude, if I lived in fucking Kansas City, I'd be repping Raiders every single day of my life.
Well,
That's
easy.
understandable.
That's
But
different.
the Rams and the Broncos, yeah, that's 100%. The Rams and Broncos, we have no bad blood. We're kumbaya, baby.
We're cool by you would be. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say essentially what both of you are saying and agree. The one thing I like more is I think this is kind of weird. I like the Broncos with my gut and not my heart.
All right.
Okay. I think the Texans can definitely fall and maybe hit the wild card. That's for sure. Where they have, a chance. And the Chargers are inconsistent. Sorry, my radio's going off. Chargers are inconsistent. I want to look at the Broncos, the rest of the schedule real quick, and they play the Falcons. If they beat the Falcons, I'm pulling them in making the playoffs for sure. Because then they got the Raiders, the Browns, the Colts, the Chargers, who we just talked about, the Bengals, and the Chiefs. So those last 3 games will be their big games, but I think they could win out those next 4. So that's a big deal to me. I don't know. I like the energy around the Broncos right now.
What's their last game? Is it the Chiefs or the Chargers?
Yeah, it's the Chiefs.
And the Chiefs might be sitting people that week anyway.
Yeah. Right. There you go. Well,
unless it's like a must win for the Broncos and they don't want the Broncos to go in.
Exactly.
That's a division rival game.
And that game will be in Denver. That'll be at Mile High.
Very good point though about it depends on what kind of condition the Broncos are in. Like, do we have to win?
I could see the Chiefs being petty, especially if the Chargers are into and being like, nope.
I'd lock them out.
We're not having another division.
Well, last season,
in here.
Russell. Last season, the Broncos beat the Chiefs when they came into Mile High. So maybe, like you said,
also,
for the pettiness.
I'm sorry, I'd cut you off, Joe. I just thought of this.
Good.
Also, a good point is if the Chiefs keep this up, they're gonna have the bye week. So I guarantee you, they would rather rest their players for 1 week rather than 2 weeks, where they get a little bit, sluggish too. So I can see them starting.
Or they do what the Rams did last year with the Niners. They play all their starters in the first half and then all the backups in the second half.
Yeah,
possibly too.
I can see that too. Yeah.
So many possibilities, boys.
Still
still 6 weeks away.
We're just armchair quarterbacks. Yeah, 6 weeks
Mhm.
away, baby.
Do we want to
Yeah,
see AFC on the
none of us
bubble?
have ever padded up, so
I have. I did in high school.
okay, none of us padded up, other than
Professional.
Halloween.
Do we want to look at the
Hey,
AFC on the bubble or go to the NFC?
no, we don't.
No,
To
no.
be fair, I want to pad up when I watch football every Sunday. Like,
That's me too. At this point, I think the Raiders would be lucky to have me on the field.
they
Oh
probably take
yeah.
you.
Want to hammer someone, baby.
Yeah.
Starting quarterback, dropping the hammer.
Shit, hey, the last time I played flag football, I had like 200 yards and like four
Oh, good Lord.
touchdowns. So,
He's popping off.
Anyway, no.
All right.
true story.
Yeah, we believe
That's-
you. You're playing against sixth graders, so yeah.
Actually,
That's it.
RJ was there. He was on my team.
You and
So,
RJ just beating up on sixth graders.
yeah,
Unbelievable, you know?
you gotta get that confidence boost, boys.
Wait, were you quarterback
Fair.
or receiver?
I was quarterback.
Oh, so RJ had like what, 150 yards and 3 touchdowns?
No, I don't think I threw one to him.
He had blocking duties.
Ah, that's fair. All right, let's talk about NFC real quick. So, obviously, Lions, the stupid Lions at the top,
Mm.
Eagles, Falcons, Cardinals, Vikings, Commanders, and last but not least, the Packers. This NFC is the tougher one, in my opinion.
Yes,
Tough.
I absolutely agree.
Okay,
Tighter.
okay.
Tighter, yeah.
Aaron, you went first, so I'm gonna let Joe go first on this one. Joe, walk
Mhm.
us through your who's staying, who's gone.
I 100% believe the Lions will win the division and stay number one overall. I'm looking on the bubble here, a couple of teams I'm curious about. Okay, I'm no longer curious. It's all trash. I
How many
think
times are you gonna say not the bubble?
I know.
Oh my
I'm
God.
just possibility of teams making it. I have questions about the Eagles. They might slip to the wild card, and the Commanders. We'll see how that plays out tonight, as is being played currently. Um, Cardinals is an interesting one. I'm sure you guys would agree with me.
Yeah.
They got the Rams another time. They got the Niners another time. They got the Seahawks. I think both times, I believe. So obviously a bunch of divisional games matching up there. Vikings, I like where they're at. I think they're going to cruise right there at 5. Packers, I think they're going to cruise right there at 7. Crucial week for the NFC North, I'm sure, as Nick is aware, because we're going into the final stretch of the division games for those 3 teams: the Vikings, the Packers, and the Lions. So, very crucial finish out for NFC North teams. I think the only team you can make an argument for is maybe the Niners start to squeak in, because I was listening to my standard programming for the week, and they were talking about how through 8 to 9 weeks, the Niners were either 5-4 or 4-5, and they still went on a tear the second half of the season. So I
Well,
think you can't rule the Niners out, but
and
I
to
don't
be
know
fair,
which team. I don't know
CMC's
which team
back.
the Niners are going to take though.
CMC's back, and they probably the Cardinals, right?
Yeah, because right
Yeah.
now the Niners are 5-4, Cardinals are 6-4.
Yeah, it'd be the Cardinals, and
Mhm.
CMC's back, so things are gonna change.
And I'm curious with the Eagles if they have a flare out like they did last season. So I still have questions about the Eagles. That's why I think the Commanders have a better chance to win that division right now as we speak. But this looks good. Packers could move up a slot or two from 7 to 6 to 5. It's possible.
That's right.
We'll see what happens with the Vikings, of course. But I'm liking what this is, and right now I can only see the 49ers possibly slipping in there. The Rams possibly. No.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, buddy.
I mean,
Okay, buddy.
we still have a chance to go undefeated for the rest of the season. So
Anything's
that
possible.
possibility is there. Yeah, anything's possible. So that's where
Aaron,
I'm
what
at
you
with
got?
it.
What's your 2 cents on this?
So here's the thing. I'm looking at this list, right? I see Lions, Eagles for sure. Everybody else I could see kind of saying what they're at, but at the same time, I could, some things that you're just talking about. Maybe the Niners take over that division. But what does that look like for the rest, right? The Cardinals still have a shot at wild card. Um, I see 3 teams that give me questionable thoughts if they are gonna be there or not.
You're such a son of a bitch.
Looking at the Vikings, looking at the Commanders, and looking at the Packers. Okay. Packers, start here. Nick, I'm gonna take your words out of your mouth here. All right. If
Jordan
Jordan
Love.
Love is not healthy,
Uh-oh.
he doesn't play well. Okay.
Fair.
some of his decision making this year has been questionable when he's been healthy.
Eh,
They're still a
That's
good team.
fair.
debatable.
But sitting there at the card spot, I don't know what the rest of their schedule looks like. Um,
I can pull it up.
but I could see them getting kicked out. Commanders might be slipping a little bit too, and obviously the Vikings might be slipping too. So, bottom line, for sure, my picks are Lions and Eagles.
That's
Oh, Falcons too, kind of are on the
okay.
decline.
I like some of it, but I'm gonna disagree with a lot of it. So Lions, Eagles,
That's
sure,
fine.
fine, whatever. I don't give a shit. Packers, Packers play the Bears. Okay, then they play the Niners, then the Dolphins, then the Lions again, then the Seahawks, and then the Saints. So
And
three,
Vikings.
four of those are wins for
Oh, okay,
sure.
sorry.
I'll take the Bears. The Niners we can actually beat because we deserve to beat them after our torment for the last 5 years. Dolphins and then the Seahawks. Actually, the Saints too. That's 5 games right there. So let's just rotate. We got this. We got this. Like you said, yeah. Jordan Love stays healthy. He doesn't make that much of a questionable call when he's 100%. I mean, he's a pretty solid player in my opinion when he's healthy.
Yeah, I mean I agree, but I'm just saying a couple times here and there.
Was he
I mean,
100% when he played the Rams?
he's young. He's young. Okay, he's young. He's young. He's got a lot to learn. He's going to make
You're
a few
right,
minor
yes.
mistakes and find minor errors, but he's learning. We just got to teach him how to not throw it to the fucking opposite team when he
Yeah.
scrambles after the outside and tries to flick it
Isn't
out.
that every
out.
coach's job? No.
Yeah, it seems like it, but apparently LaFleur is just isn't concerned about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think going back to this whole thing, Cardinals are questionable. I mean, I know they got 4 straight wins or whatever, but
They fizzle out whenever they
with
start good. They fizzle out whenever they start good.
Yeah, anything could happen with the Cardinals. And then the Vikings is another question mark I have because of Sam Darnold. We just saw, I mean, they won, don't get me wrong, but we just saw what he can do in the sense of the damage he can do to himself and his own team. And the Falcons, dude, they're dropping balls like left and right, it seems like lately. I know they're still 6-4, but they're playing sloppy football. They're not playing the best football that they've been playing. Commanders will go because they're a young, exciting team and they deserve it. And I just feel like they will. And obviously, you know what I'm going to say about the Packers at this point. So
NFC South, Atlanta Falcons 6-4. Tampa is behind him at 4-6. And I think and Atlanta owns the tiebreaker against Tampa. And then you got New Orleans at 3-7 and Panthers at 3-7. What if the Saints go on a run? Right now
No.
they beat the Falcons.
Saints ain't going on no run.
We'll see. Good points though. I like it. I respect
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It is what it is. It's too early. It's not even, it's week 11. So still got some football to play.
We do.
All right, sweet. Great stuff there with the playoff schedules, guys. We're going to keep this ball rolling here. And Joe, I'm going to skip over yours real quick because I'm going to have to leave here in a second. You guys can pick up with these two little things, but I'm going to do the Shark Chomp bet of the week, switching this bad boy up, okay? We're going to do the little fish bet. And the problem with this stuff, guys, is I place a lot of bets and I normally place them Sunday morning because I have more options. Through FanDuel, I don't get player prop options or any of that stuff. You only get to play 2 or 3 games because of how early it is. So, kind of screws up my little fish bets. I'm just going to go with this one today. Green Bay is going to win over. I'm taking money line. Green Bay is taking the win over Chicago. Detroit's beating Jacksonville. The Rams are beating the Patriots. The Vikings will win over the Titans. Miami will beat the Raiders. I'm going to call this the no-brainer parlay because these are all the teams that should win. And I'm going to say that, and you know what's going to happen? One of them's going to lose.
Oh, yeah,
That's
you'll
just the way
get
it
fucked
is.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let it ride. The no-brainer parlay with the little fish bet. $10 bet will give us a total payout of $40.46. Okay?
If Luke Getsky really was the problem.
Uh-oh.
I'm just throwing it out there. This is the first game they're playing without him.
What is this? Game 3 though with Tyreek and Tua back together. They gotta get back to where they were at. And I'm expecting it to be this game.
Maybe Minshew's gonna play better under Scott Turner's offense.
Hey, good point. He was a Pro Bowler last year.
Hey, You know what? Switch it up and pick the Raiders to win on the money line, and you'll get paid a little bit more money. Okay, like I don't
Well, there you go. There you go.
it's not, I'm just telling you what I bet. I don't like.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Uh, anyways, guys, that's the Shark Chomp bet of the week. I will be sure to throw up once again the big fish bet Sunday morning. I actually hit a nice parlay, but it was for like the Monday night game, so I bet it Sunday night, so I didn't get to put it up. It was like $161, and it was just on a whim. I wasn't even watching the game that much. I was like, whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching my portion. I'm gonna drop it off with the guys here. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys drop that special, super exciting announcement we have whenever you want to in this episode. But
Okay. All right.
I'm excited for it. It's great seeing you guys. Thanks for being here tonight. One love. Until next time.
All right,
Be
Shark.
safe.
We'll see you on the next one.
What the hell's going on here?
Oh gosh.
I can't get this thing out. What the fuck?
Can you just
Don't worry,
go?
I'll just kick you. No.
There we go.
That guy is an animal, isn't he?
He
Ladies and
really
gentlemen.
is. You gotta love him though.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Shark, Nick Herbst. All right, rolling right through, Aaron. I think we're gonna wrap it up with Shark Chomp or special teams corner here.
Yep, sounds good to me.
We'll get that going here. Oh, too much for video sharing. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Uh-oh. Where'd you go, Aaron? Participants can. Uh-oh.
I'm still here. I still see things.
Cool.
I still see you. I see your screen. This is what we call technical difficulties, folks.
I guess I can't see the window when I optimize for video. That's fine. All right. Hide. Okay, cool. All right. First special teams winner of the week we have is Eddie Pinero for the Carolina Panthers. Panthers beat the Giants overseas in London, 20-17. There hasn't been a lot of bright spots for the Carolina Panthers this season, as we're all aware, outside of hammering the stats with Chuba Hubbard. But our boy Chuba Hubbard, thank you for correcting me there, Aaron. He went on to win. He went on to kick the game-winning field goal on a season-long 53-yarder. So, the Panthers play a home game in Munich where they're singing Country Roads as loud as possible in Munich, and it was a beautiful scene to see for sure if you're a football fan. All right. Next one, we have Jake Bates, the Lions kicker. Obviously, we talked about it earlier. Detroit had Jared Goff throws for 5 interceptions, and they still go on to win it. Reason why? This motherfucker right here, Jake Bates, absolute dog. He kicks the game-winning field goal at 58-yarder. All right, hold on. Tying it. Okay, 58-yarder to tie it up. And then, did I miss something?
We're waiting.
He kicked the game winner. Anyway, he kicked the game winner to win the game for the Detroit Lions. And also, it's just fun watching this guy win because Jake Bates, Houston Texans, his rookie year, he was a practice squad guy, got cut. He goes on to play for the Michigan Panthers in the UFL last season. And they were playing in the same stadium the Detroit Lions play. He scored, I think, a 60-yarder in a UFL game. And then the Detroit Lions go in and sign the guy that's in their backyard, Jake Bates, to their team. Look at this guy, 100% field goal percentage, tied for first overall, 97 on extra points, long of a 58. So good on this guy.
The stats don't lie, Joe.
The stats do not lie. Absolutely hammer.
That's it. That's the catchphrase. The stats don't lie.
Okay, I love it. I love it. There we go, baby. Let's go. I love it. Next special teams winner of the week, we have Jake Moody. He's been a little shaky. 16-20 overall field goal, 14 extra points are good. Last season though, he was the one that missed a game tying field goal in Cleveland when the Niners went up to play Cleveland. He was a rookie that year, but you know what? He went. What was today? He went 1 of 1, 2 of 2. He missed 3 field goals, 4 field goals total, and he still goes on the drill the game winner against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the game-winning field goal, like I just said and reiterated for the Niners. So, this guy's been shaky a little bit. You got Deebo Samuel on the sideline, throat checking the long snapper and telling Jake Moody he needs to do better, and he comes out big and wins the game for him. All right,
Love to see it.
Last winner we have Lee Chenal. He's not special teams, but he's a linebacker. But he is that son of a bitch that blocked the kick in the Chiefs versus the Broncos. And everyone's going to say, oh, the Chiefs got lucky. The Chiefs went on and, the refs are giving them the game.
Oh my God, enough about the Chiefs.
McAfee broke it down really good for us here.
Oh boy, here we go. Isn't this copyright infringement?
Not if we don't charge for it. YouTube will flag it, but we can't make money off of this episode. What was McAfee has to say here?
Through the uprights. So the crew that is on this side, and I don't know how many they pick up in flip, but the field side group is your group. This has got to be sound. This guy does not deserve to be on a field side of any field goal team that I've ever seen in my entire life. I have no idea how they've gotten away with it this long. This guy just gets his ass sent. Now, these people are going to fall. There's a chance you're going to fall. Die slowly, though. Leo keeps his feet, battles through, explodes through the ball. It is picture perfect technique, and it's taking advantage of a fish that they certainly knew. I don't know if coming into the game they knew the 54 was the fish, because early they weren't attacking them as much, and then about the second kick they started like giving a little shove. Third one they're like, wait a minute, hold on, we got this guy. 54, if he goes back out there for the rest of the season, he's going to get this type of treatment. That's the way it works on field goal block. But whenever you talk about perfect execution and paying attention to the details in the biggest moments, that is this Kansas City Chiefs team.
So yeah, I just want to point out the attention to detail, because if we look back here, and if you see the way the lineman falls, you see how he's just like flat-footed. So he's going to get pancake blocked, easy peasy. If you look at the outside guard right here, you see how he's leveraging forward. You see how the inside guard right here is leveraging, the inside tackle is leveraging forward. But this guy is just sitting sitting upright on the back of his feet here. So it looks like the Chiefs recognized this at some point during the game, and they took full advantage of it.
Blew right through him.
Yeah, it looks like they just took full advantage of it. Dan Orlovsky broke it down the hour before the McAfee show went on, said the same exact thing. So it looks like the Chiefs recognized this, that we're on special teams. I don't think it's a sense the Chiefs getting lucky. The Chiefs paying attention to small details, and this is why they're on top of the league.
All right. Yeah. Love to see it.
Any thoughts on that, Aaron?
I
did my homework.
Yeah, that game for me was just bullshit. Yeah, a lot of good field goals made. Lots of special teamers, teams make plays out there. Way to go, Joe. Way to point it out.
All right, shout out. All right. Well, we're going to sign off of here on this edition of Opinions Mostly. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as the Shark said earlier. And be sure to share it with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones. Share it, I don't know, on your Facebook or your Instagram
Joe,
or your group texts.
Don't we have a little something to say?
That's right. Let's hear it, Aaron. Let's hear it, Hammer.
As of when this episode will be up, we will officially, finally, have a Facebook page up. We are in talks. We have a logo ready to go. We're in talks of making some merch. We're gonna have some real, actual merch with our real logo up. Are we showing the logo here, Joe?
They'll see it on the channel when this video gets shared.
You know what? That's what I was gonna say. Great logo. Good friend of mine, Alex Gutierrez, made it for us. Another great friend of mine, Elijah London, is working on some merch ideas for us. But yes, hopefully next few episodes before the season, we'll be having our own shirts. Give you an idea what our merch is gonna look like. We appreciate everybody watching. We love you guys. So look for that. We're going to throw it up with the Facebook. I'm going to post it off my personal page. And yeah, we're getting up going social medias. Instagram will be next, so keep an eye out for that.
And like I said, signing off on behalf of the Shark and then on behalf of Hammer Aaron. Opinions Mostly. Take care, everyone.
Peace.